Hey guys, Jingle Films, and today I have another video for you all, and today we are back here in Gary's mod, and today we're going to be taking a look at some new mods, and some mods I've looked at in the past that have been updated. All of them have the same theme, and they are the Terraria, I guess, bosses and weapons mods. Before I get into this video, guys, I just want to say thank you for all the support recently. Overwhelming support on a few older videos that I made in the past, which is kind of strange, but I mean, if you guys like it, it's fine. I don't know, I just didn't really expect it, I guess, but thank you. Also, happy Jurassic June to those who are part of the Jurassic community. I have some plans that I would like to enact soon, some specific live streams, so stay tuned for that. But without further ado, let's get on with the review. First, there are a few weapons we gotta look at. First, we're gonna look at the mini shark, which has a nice icon. I love that icon so much, it fits so well. The Half-Life 2 icons, that's because of a mod I recently downloaded. I'll have that link. Some amazing creator created a mod where all the icons match the original Half-Life 2 icons. I think it's really neat. Yeah, here's the mini shark. The view model looks a little weird. It's kind of strange. Wish it was a little lower, but I guess it's so you can see the gun. If I shoot this gun off, you actually hear it makes a sound from the game. It also has a ton of ammo and no reload animation. It's kind of overpowered. Should be able to rip through these guys. It's creating a lot of dust for some reason. As you can see here, it's absolutely just disintegrating everything. It's actually destroying my frame rate. Oh, as you see there, everyone's dead. Very much so. Next we have the Deathsicle. Now this is a hard mode weapon in Terraria. In the actual game. You obtain it during the solar eclipse event. It's a random drop. As you can see here, it shoots a projectile of the weapon that spins in the air for a moment. It kind of just explodes. Well, not explodes, but, you know, fades away. The sickle itself also does damage as a melee damage, but this nice range, I guess projectile is very nice. You can see one of them here there. And this is what it looks like when you're holding the Deathsicle, similar to the crowbar. And this is what it looks like when you're holding the mini shark. You hold it like an actual gun. I don't know why the view model is actually so weird. Also, doesn't shoot. What the heck? This weapon is very weird. And last but not least, we have the Terrorblade, which we also hold like a crowbar. This is a sword weapon that you have to craft in the game. You need 2 different swords to craft this weapon. You need the True Knight's Edge and the True Excalibur. This is also a hard mode weapon. As you can see here, it also shoots some projectiles. Here it just kind of looks like green lines, but it's supposed to be the sword, similar to how the Deathsicle shoots a projectile version of itself. As you can see here, it makes the sounds from the game. All 3 of the weapons do, which I really like. And yeah, these weapons will help us out. There's also a 4th weapon, which is the Enraged Terrorblade, which shoots a homing version of the projectile and is red in color, as you can see here. It's pretty neat. This is more of an admin weapon, so it's best if you don't use it and use the other 3 for when you're fighting the bosses, if you want to, I guess, more of a realistic Terraria experience. Now onto the bosses themselves. I'm going to spawn them in the order in which you're supposed to fight them in the game itself. Another note about these Terraria bosses is I like to say that they kind of fit more with the Team Fortress 2 style than anything else, because you kind of have that cartoony-ish look to them. Maybe you guys will agree with me once I spawn them in and show you. But without further ado, time to spawn the first boss. This is the boss I usually fight first. First, we have the Eye of Cthulhu. As you can see here, it flies in the air just like the game, and has the, oh god, lag, has the charge attack, oh god, and spawns its own servants. Now these servants are definitely annoying. You only have about 8 health, if I remember, and the boss itself has 2,730, which I believe is accurate to the actual game, which I think is a nice touch. Is it already in second form? I think it is. Yep, it's already in its second form. In its first form, it spawns its minions and typically hovers in the air, while its second form charges at you, as you can see there, and obviously it has its mouth revealed. They recently updated this fella. Now he has kind of a biting animation, which is interesting. It's not in the actual game itself, but I feel it's definitely pretty neat. It definitely adds some more life to the NPC. Yeah, as you can see, these servants aren't too hard to handle. They're just kind of a nuisance. But yeah, this guy has the expert mode ability from Terraria, meaning he'll dash at you at extreme speeds, like shown there. But yeah, this guy isn't too hard to handle, I'd say. See, the Terrorblade makes quick work. And yeah, Eye of Cthulhu has been defeated, as it says there, in the bottom left-hand corner, just like the game Terraria. And if you also notice there, spawn it in again, it plays the music it plays in the game, which is known as Boss 1. That's the name of the track. But yeah, like I said, you can also test the Mini Shark. There's its transformation into its second form. But yeah, the Mini Shark makes very quick work. Oh god, we're being eaten alive.
Surprise!
Next we have the Eater of Worlds, which is typically the second boss. You're supposed to, well, it depends on your world, actually. If you have the Corruption biome as the world evil, then you'll be able to fight the Eater of Worlds. However, if you have the Crimson biome as the world evil, you will never see this guy ever, and you'll see something known as the Brain of Cthulhu, which does not have an NPC or model in Garry's Mod, unfortunately. Without further ado, here is the Eater of Worlds. As you can see, it is a giant worm boss, and it has its expert mode abilities, meaning it will shoot a random toxin at you and try to hit you with its body. See there. In order to kill this guy, you just have to, oh god, see there, he did a little swirl around. You will want to use a weapon, and you can, when you attack sections of him, he actually begins to split apart. And then there's multiple of them. And again, it's playing its boss music from the game, which I think is very nice. And oh my gosh. Yeah, this guy can become a bit chaotic later. Let's get this Terrorblade in here. Terrorblade is honestly the best weapon. But the Desicle makes some nice work because the projectiles linger in the air. Mini Shark is typically a weapon you would want to use on this guy in the actual game. And yes, the sections, yeah, these split apart, which I think is a very nice touch. And they all have their independent health. Oh god, finish this guy off. Jeez. Oh god. Oh, I knew he was gonna do that. Oh, lagging my game a little bit. Enhanced water mod. Yeah, the parts aren't, it's not too difficult. As long as you keep moving, you should be fine. Honestly, if you stop moving, however, you will probably die. But yeah, it's not too hard to handle. And yeah, the Mini Shark and any other gun, oh, we defeated him. Any other guns should work well as well. Typically something with a little more punch to it. The Half-Life 2 weapons are not great weapons to use on these bosses unless there's multiple people, or if you want to fight the bosses for a long time, which may be what you desire. Now next, you'll typically run into, well, if it's your first time playing Terraria, you'll typically run into something known as the Dungeon Guardian, which is this thing. In the actual game, it has a whopping 9,999 health. In the game, it only has 2,499. Game is in Gmod. As you can see, it's just a skull that flies at you. This is technically not a boss, but rather a, I guess, barrier in a way. If you don't defeat a specific boss before entering a structure known as the dungeon, a few hundred, depending on how long you're in the dungeon, thousands of these will fly at you from the walls and kill you in one hit. And if I showcase here, no matter what weapon I use, every time a bullet hits it, it only does 1 damage, because it has a defense of 999. And it's transitioned very nicely over to Gary's mod. See if I use the mini shark. Each bullet only does about 1 damage. I just think it's a very nice touch. So in order to defeat this guy, you'll want to use a weapon that shoots very, very quickly. But we could just use an admin weapon. But yeah, you can kill it. However, if I showcase here, I just spawn you in. Wrong boss. He just killed me in 1 hit. It's just a nice little inclusion with the next boss we're going to look at, which is Skeletron. If you defeat this boss, you'll actually be able to enter the dungeon. And here is Skeletron. Skeletron is another older Gmod mod, but it was updated a little bit. It seems its hand-smacking animation is slightly different, and it has a death animation now. So as you can see here, Skeletron will try to slap you, and then he will try to destroy you with his skull, similar to the Dungeon Guardians. You can take out his hands, and then you can also take out his skull. If you take out his skull alone, then he will die, but if you take out his hands, then you won't have to deal with his hands anymore. As you can see there, he is now shooting skulls at me, because I destroyed his hands. Those are known as curse skulls. I don't know if they function like they do in the game, Terraria, here, but when they hit you, there's a chance that you won't be able to use your weapons anymore because they will curse you. But yeah, here's Skeletron. I think you can actually kill the skulls? No, you cannot. No, you cannot. It didn't curse me. But that's fine. Just does a little bit of damage. And then once the skull is here, it's pretty easy. You can outrun him quite easily. And then you can use any weapon you please to take him out. Ow. There's his death animation. He just kind of releases his ghastly ghost and falls into the abyss. He used to have a glitch where his arms would just infinitely stay in a cross position, just kind of hovering there. I'll try to leak a screenshot. Next we have I believe the Destroyer would be next. This is where the hard mode bosses come in. After you defeat a certain boss known as the Wall of Flesh in Terraria, the game kind of resets itself in a way. Where you have to start getting ore again and a bunch of new weapons and such. But anyways, here's the Destroyer. Now you might notice some similarities between the Destroyer and Eater Worlds, and we'll see those in a few moments. Now this is the first mechanical boss you usually fight in hard mode. There's 3 mechanical bosses. 2 of them are in Gary's mod, 1 is not, unfortunately. But yeah, this is a giant mechanical worm. It's also, all of them play their music from the game, which is very nice. This one plays the song known as Boss 3. But when you start to attack this guy, he'll unleash his probes, and you'll start to notice that there's holes in the actual armor itself where the probes originated from. Probes don't have too much health. They're definitely stronger than the servants of Cthulhu, as you can see there. Oh god, this guy's actually going to kill me. But yeah, these probes are very, very, very horrible because they do a lot of damage and shoot lasers at you, which is the opposite of fun. And yeah, this thing just freaking shoots at you the entire time. But yeah, I think we can be able to handle this thing. I don't know how much health it has because each section has health. Oh, there we go. That wasn't too bad. That's probably one of the easiest ones so far. However, now we have to deal with all these Destroyer probes, which each have 50 health. And they're not too bad. There we go. That's surprisingly easy. In the actual game, it's a little more difficult, but you can easily cheese the boss. The next boss that's available to fight in Gary's mod is known as the Twins. This is the second of 3 mechanical bosses. Typically, I fight this boss last because it's technically the most difficult. But it's another boss known as Skeletron Prime, which does not have an NPC, which is just a mechanical version of Skeletron. And you might notice some similarities between this Twins boss and the Eye of Cthulhu. Here is the Twins. The Twins is a twin group of eyes that are connected to each other. As you can see here in the background, it's playing a song known as Boss 2. And they're supposed to be connected by a tendon, but that doesn't seem to be present. As you can see there, one shoots lasers at you, while the other shoots a flame projectile known as the Cursed Flame. Spazatrim, which is the green eye, has 2,731 health in Gmod. Oh god, get off me, mate. And Resonar has 2,375 health. And they're quite lethal. But they get a lot worse. Let me get them into their second form. As like most bosses, they have a second form. As you can see, they don't look too mechanical right now, but you'll see why they're known as a mechanical boss. They kind of have a disguise in a way. Oh god, get off me. Spazatron is becoming its second form, and there you go. Now it is a mechanical flamethrower of an eye. As you can see there, it's just blasting flames. Again, these guys are really faithful to the game, which, oh god. And now he rushes at you a lot faster. It looks very similar to the Eye of Cthulhu's second form. Now it's getting Resonar into its second form. And there we go, Resonar is now in its second form. As you can see, it is also mechanical, and will now rapid fire its laser at you. There you go, there's the rapid fire. But yeah, these guys are really, really cool. This is probably one of my favorite bosses in the game, even though it's very difficult, as you can see here. You can take, oh god, as you saw it exploded. Oh god. Ow! There we go. And he exploded. Whoa, what the heck happened here? What? The water stopped the projectiles of Resonar. That's so bizarre. Anyways, the next boss available in Gary's Mod to fight is known as Plantera. Now, this is a jungle boss that you'll fight in what is known as the underground jungle in Terraria. And you have to break something known as the Plantera bulb, which spawns in this underground jungle. And you can only find it after you defeat all 3 of the mechanical bosses. So here's Plantera. This is one of the newer NPCs released in 2021. And okay, here she is. She has a few phases and 2 main forms. She also plays her unique song, which is just called Plantera. Her name is kind of a pun on the band Pantera, if you couldn't tell. This is one of my favorite bosses because it has like a metal techno music, as you can hear in the background. As you can see here, it is a flower plant monster. And it's just shooting these random pellets at me and kind of giving me the kissy face. But as you do more damage to it, it will start to fire more and more projectiles. As you can see, it's now shooting at a much faster rate. And if you notice, there is now 2 new projectiles. There is a poison projectile, as you can see there. It just gave me a toxin. As you can see there, there is a ball-like projectile that just shot out of her. It's like a spore or some kind. There it is. It kind of explodes. It's kind of an interesting projectile. This is kind of like her intermediate phase, I would say. Let's just use the Death Sickle to get her down to her second form, which is one of the most terrifying things I've ever seen. There it is. Oh god, it lagged my game. As you can see there, almost wholesome appearance is gone, and she now appears like a Venus flytrap-like creature. She also has several vines extending off of all of her areas. Oh god, and she just wants to eat you. And she also shoots these weird flower spores that... Oh, they're literally spores. Oh god, ugh. She's not friendly. She'll bite you now. But yeah, you can defeat her still. And yeah, that's the end of Plantera. Definitely a creepy boss. One of my favorite... Ow. Oh, spore things just fell on me. But yeah, not too hard to handle. She only had 5,000 health. In the actual game, I think she has around 17,000 health in the normal mode. But yeah, this might look a little different than the actual game. It's because usually you see this, I guess, side of her, because that's how the sprite is. But in this game, which is 3D, you see the front of her. But yeah, she behaves just like she does in the game, which I really like. Most of these bosses, when they kill you, they just run away, but Plantera seems to just kind of linger around. Or is she leaving? No, she just lingers around until you spawn back in, then she'll come right back after you. But yeah, not too hard to handle. Definitely a fun boss. Now the final boss is actually what is known as an event boss, meaning it can be completely avoided and only spawns during a certain event in the game. Specifically, this boss spawns in the Frost Moon event. This is the Ice Queen. We spawned it in. This is my first time seeing the Ice Queen. And it's playing the Frost Moon music, and oh my gosh. She is very fast. This is very... oh god. She's quite faithful to the game. This is my first time looking at this guy. Oh, girl rather. She has 3,400 health. Oh wow. Oh, she has all of her attacks. Ow! Wow, it actually froze me. That's very nice. Ow, I can't move. This might be one of the hardest ones yet. Just because of the bullet storm that this boss gives you. I don't think she has forms or phases or whatnot, so she's just gonna act this way the whole time. But yeah, these freaking ice semi-moons, semi-circles, slashes. Oh god, I was gonna come back down. Oh god, I was not expecting that. It's been a while since I fought the Frost Queen or the Ice Queen. It's like a Godzilla death laser. Oh, she just tried to ascend to heaven to avoid me. Ow! Oh, jeez. Oh god, here comes her death beam again. But you can't avoid it. Oh, her head follows you. Get out of here. Oh. The Ice Queen has been defeated. Oh, well, that was definitely interesting. Music. Oh god. Should also mention that disable thinking. This doesn't work on them at all. In some of them, it seems like it works on them, but on some, it just definitely does not. Skeletron comes after you. The Eaters and the Destroyer definitely come after you. The Twins and the Eye of Cthulhu seem like they're not interested. Oh god. But anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this mod review. I definitely did. Terraria is one of my favorite games of all time. Yeah, this is the Ice Queen. I haven't seen the Ice Queen before. And this is the newest NPC, which is nice. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this mod review. It's definitely one of my favorite mods, just because I like Terraria so much. It's one of my favorite games of all time, actually. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment, subscribe if you want to see more videos, and I'll definitely keep making them. But as for now, I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.